You're about to listen to TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games. It's a comedy video game podcast. We would like to stress that the hosts are not experts and are really just very crass commentators. Seriously, this is an explicit podcast that happens to talk about video games sometimes. So please enjoy this pretty okay podcast with Tyler and Dave.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It's just a show where...
It's not just a show.
It's just a show.
It's a whole bunch of things.
It's a podcast.
It's a community.
No, you're right. Much to my surprise, it is a community.
Yeah, right.
Where three old guys and one substantially younger guy talk about somewhat old games.
Yeah. One guy who was born when I was 16 years old. When I was fumbling in a garage with a girl after homecoming, this man was being born.
Yeah. So that baby's like, that baby's gonna hear all about my dick.
That's right. Yeah. I wrote a letter. Dear mom of this person who will soon be introduced.
So today's episode, because we've done a bunch of episodes over Fallout 4 from when it came out. So it's been a long time. All the DLC is out. So I wanted to do a TODPOG because I know, Dave, you haven't played the Fallout 4 DLCs.
Haven't even finished Fallout 4. Remember all those episodes where I'm like, man, I'm really excited about Fallout 4. Got 30 minutes or 30 hours into it. And I was like, that is enough Fallout 4.
So I wanted to talk about that, the DLC, and wrap up all that is Fallout. And so when I made that announcement, Joey, you immediately reached out to me. So Joey Webster of
Drinksmith.
Drinksmith, thank you.
Joey.
And I think second youngest fan.
Second youngest.
Show.
Yeah, second
Used to be
youngest
youngest.
listener. Yeah, used to be youngest for sure.
Then I grew up.
Then I know. Right before our eyes. I'm just going to reuse that one over and over again.
And then requested to be on the show a year ago, and then I just now reached out to him about it, Ross Rachel Green.
Hello.
Of Nothing to Play fame.
What's up, Ross?
Of being in the UK fame, yes.
There you go. You do. You sound surprisingly British. I'm impressed.
We appreciate you driving all this way, Ross.
I cannot, yes, I suppose. I'm just going to move my phone somewhere less under my mic.
No, that's how we roll. Joey drove here he drove like 6 hours away, but you drove like
I was in the
28
neighborhood.
hours.
I was around town.
Well, Ross is already in tomorrow, so
Yeah, that is true. Future man.
Yeah.
Ross Rachel
that's
Green.
it. I'll be listening to the show the day, I usually end up downloading the show like hours after it goes online, so I'll be listening to it the same day I recorded it. That's pretty weird.
That is weird as fuck. Yeah, that is weird.
All right, so before we delve into Fallout 4, I do have a copious amount of foods here.
Yeah.
But first, I give Ross and Joey an opportunity. It's a friends thing. Ross
Holy
and Joey.
shit. Holy shit. How are we not talking about the Friends trivia game?
Damn it.
Holy God. Did you know my middle name is Chandler?
You know my middle name is also Chandler. Oh, damn.
I'm just kidding. My middle name is Jennifer Aniston.
Intro stories, anything? Joey,
I have a
Ross?
small one. It's actually about how I started listening to this show. My boss told me about it back in 2015. If you could do math, I just turned 18.
I can't do math. Yeah,
You could legally listen.
Yeah, barely legal. He told me that you guys were doing the Fallout episodes, and that's my favorite game. So he was telling me about it, like, yeah, you should really listen to the show. I'm like, okay. I listened to it, loved the episodes, listened to a lot of your backlog, and then I've been listening ever since. So this is technically like an anniversary episode for me.
Well, cheers.
That's
good.
why I wanted to
that.
be here.
I like your Fallout shirt that you wore for the occasion.
Yep, just for this.
Ross, how about you?
I do have an intro story. It's I know the notion's not above a good poop story. So I have quite a poop story for you, if you if you don't mind.
You do call it poop in Albion?
Yeah.
It's just how I refer to it for my son. It's just suddenly the common vernacular I use. So like way back when, way back when, me and my then girlfriend, who was an absolute loon, but that's a story for another day.
It could be today, too.
decided
Yeah,
we-
Yeah, it's fine. We actually, if you want to tell that now, that's cool.
I can't get into that. There's probably nothing legal, but it's
All right,
it's
bonus
probably-
episode territory.
But we decided we were gonna buy some alcohol, play some games. So we went to the shop, bought a bottle of something or another, and then decided Rock Band was going to be our game of choice. So about an hour into Rock Band, my stomach gave me that warning, which was basically like, you need a bathroom now. So went to the bathroom, and the British term is I was shitting fizzy gravy, and this is like
Oh man, I'm gonna adopt
this
that.
is like British gravy,
great.
not that like monstrosity you Americans call gravy. This was but to put it in a term we might all understand a little bit better, my anus had a conical area of effect. It was it was bad. But I sort of thought, you know what, better out than in. I'll this will pass. It must just be a 24-hour thing. No, the next day, same thing. Day after that, same thing. And this went on for a good couple of days. And it got to the stage I was like, I need to talk to a doctor about this.
Oh God.
Yeah, went to the doctors. He sort of did like checked pulses and temperatures and things, and he was like, I think it's just a bug. It will probably go away.
Probably.
And then
I mean,
yeah.
it's free, right? What do you expect? I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
what do you expect? They're not going to run lots of unnecessary tests. to run up a bill.
You could be dying. We don't know.
Doctors are like gas station attendants there, right?
Yeah, they're just everywhere.
You're right.
You know?
Lousy with them.
I went home and did the one thing I should have done at the beginning, was tell my mother. And she said she had the same thing a while back, but the doctors prescribed her a very powerful painkiller. But the one side effect of this painkiller is that it will give you constipation. It will gum you up something.
Gum up the works.
Yeah.
Yep. So I took one of those and I thought, we'll see how this goes. That night, nothing. It was great. The next day, nothing. It was great. The next day, it started to get a bit worrying because I still wasn't shitting.
And I
And
couldn't
it
feel
wasn't
anything.
like-
You're just building
Yeah,
a
it
dam
wasn't like
inside
I
you.
wasn't eating. It was building up. It would come to a stage where this needed to come out. So I worried and worried and worried, and like a couple of days later, I get the familiar warning sign, and it was like fist, like an ungreased fist.
Big B's ungreased fist.
Big B's hungry. Yeah, we back in the day we had a whole host of Big B's. Big B's groping hand, Big B's probing finger. All of it was just the word, and like the hardest. It was the sort of thing you'd need to bite onto something to try and pass.
Your bathroom leather strap.
Yeah, but I assume we all have one. It's just,
Yeah,
and a poop knife.
like a toilet, like a toilet knife and
Right.
a leather strap. That's the.
I don't leave home
But
without
no,
one.
it came out, and it was one of those where you sort of just you feel like you need to lay down afterwards just to kind of get over the mental trauma. But no, thankfully, it's never happened since. So
So what do you think did it? Rock Band?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I don't think it was. It's not a common side effect to Rock Band or alcohol that I've ever had. So
that's like every day in my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
'Cause I was given
I hear
opiates.
that, and it.
And it just, I thought, oh, I'm shitting normally. Great. No. It couldn't even constipate me. It just made it normal.
And that's how I became addicted to heroin.
It's medicinal heroin. I want to shit normal.
Do you know that heroin is legal in Kentucky for medicinal purposes? That's a lie. It's a lie. It's a lie.
Oh, man. Thank you, Ron.
Yes, Ross. That's a good poop story.
Yeah.
Before we get into the food, I am Dave, your bespectacled host, and I want to thank Experience Grind Podcast for inviting me out to their charity stream, which just happened like last Saturday. It was a lot of fun. I think that they've got it all on their Twitch channel, on their videos, if you want to check it out. It was amazing because not only did I get to see Kyle and Ryan, and Exalted Lord Micah Purdue was nice enough to drive me down there, we were surprised by Sean and Mitch of Nerdy Thursday.
I was surprised by Mitch whenever I saw that picture.
When we walked in, they were hiding behind the door. They stayed off stream until Micah and I got there. And then, like, when the doors shut, there they were, standing in the door's place.
They
and
were fucking.
just like they could not keep their hands off of each other. It was amazing. So definitely check that out. I'll have a link to that in the show notes. The stream was really good. It was a lot of fun, and I know they raised like a little over $2,000 for that hospital. So I mean, it was great.
Yeah, I checked into it for a little bit. You guys were playing the stick fight game.
Oh man, I can't remember anything. I was in a haze.
Yeah.
I'm still kind of in a haze, to be perfectly honest. It was that raucous. Sunday was not a fun day.
You borrowed all the fun from Sunday for Saturday.
I did, yeah. I'm paying back that loan still.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, I'm your bearded host, Tyler. And I don't know, Joey, did you want us to do this pepper challenge?
Oh, that's up to you. I just brought it for you guys. I brought it because I actually had a short intro story, so I was going to make up for it.
Oh, yeah. Little did you know we had literally 5 pounds of meat on the table.
Yeah. So instead, if you could just eat some weird meat.
Yeah.
Because I'm sorry, Ross, you won't get to partake.
Yeah.
Do you have if you have any weird meat just lying around the house, I mean, feel free.
I probably do. My office is a shithole, so.
But I got a message from Kevin Link of Super Bomberman 2 fame, that he's like, hey, I put together a Wisconsin care package for you guys.
That sounds like a euphemism.
Yep.
I'm going to look it up on Urban Dictionary right now.
Good old Wisconsin
care package.
So he's like, it is perishable, so when you get it, put it in the fridge.
Okay. And you did that, I'm assuming, yes?
I did. And now it reminds me, I did forget part of it in the fridge, which he sent us 4 beers.
Oh.
4 of his favorite Wisconsin beers.
Let's save that for another show because Drinksmith Joey just hooked me up with, what is this called again?
I think Chandra called it a creamy O-face.
A creamy O-face.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good name for it.
So I did open it because some of it was perishable. So I have it all in front of me here. Dear Tyler and Dave, I've put together a small care package of exotic eats, spicy delights, and if it arrives in one piece of my favorite Wisconsin beer, it did. It was very, very securely wrapped in bubble tape. Hope it finds you in good health and good spirits. So please enjoy my pretty okay care package.
All right. Good spirits, at least.
Love, Link. P.S. Please make sure you refrigerate the beer and the cheese. So the cheese he got us, I'm very excited about. All Things Jerky Ghost Pepper Cheese Curds.
Whoa.
God.
It looks like pork rinds.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like. Curds? I've never had curds.
Is it too late to say that I hate hot food?
Yes.
Yeah, you're committed.
It was too late when you said, hey, can I come on that episode?
There was nothing that said that.
You didn't read the disclaimer?
No, dang it. It's fine print.
How do you not do well with spicy foods?
I just, put it this way. I ate a jalapeno once and almost passed out. Yeah. So.
Oh, you're going to hate this?
Yeah. Actually, could you sign this release of liability form?
You can go Ross Richard Green my toilet after this is done.
Yeah.
Hot fizzy gravy, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hot snakes, I like to call it. They got to be a little firmer for that, though. All right, let's eat these curds.
All right. Try to condense more into a solid
all
mass.
stuck.
This is the first time ever I get to put in the show notes, we eat curds with an exclamation mark.
Pass that down to Dave.
All right.
I like that you described it as having to condense it into a solid mass. That does not sound like food to be eaten.
All right.
You gave me a big old chunk of curd.
Yeah.
I did.
This smells gross, dude.
Yeah,
This
Well,
smells
yeah.
fucking gross.
It's
hot cheese.
Dude, no, this is like,
fermented
it's not
milk.
the heat that's gonna get me. It's this smells like a dead thing under a
It's
refrigerator.
how post infancy the human body wasn't meant to consume dairy. Yes, in that manner it is.
I'm gonna have a little bit. You got a big old chunk. I'm having like the size of my thumbnail.
Okay.
I'll go with that too.
This is gonna be worse than that fucking sour plum that you made me
Oh,
eat
yeah,
like
the
3 years
omabashi
ago.
plum.
There we go.
Tasted like what I imagine zombie flesh to taste like.
Ugh.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Link.
Yeah.
Super cheese curds.
Thanks, buddy.
It tastes better. Oh, it tastes so much better than it smells.
Yeah, it does taste just like a cheese stick. Oh,
But it is spicy.
Yep.
It's a spicy boy.
Woo!
yeah.
That does have a bite to it.
And then I take it back. The aftertaste is 100% the smell. So I'm just going to glug, glug, glug here.
You can still taste the things.
I can
Oh,
still
yeah.
taste things.
Hey, if you like a jalapeno, that's going to be a whole new world for you.
Don't you dare shut your eyes.
Okay.
There's a movie called Aladdin. It's a Disney cartoon. You've probably never heard of it because it came out like years before you were born.
I probably had it on VHS. Because my grandma had all of the VHSs.
Oh, damn. That's nice. We always had to record shit off of like TNN,
Yeah.
TNT.
Oh yeah, the Nashville Network. Love that team.
Yeah, man.
All right, our next piece, Crazy Corn Reaper. Caution, world's hottest popcorn.
Oh, I love popcorn and hot things
Yeah.
Let's
and the
see.
world's.
Yeah.
It contains popcorn, brown sugar, corn syrup solids, salt, butter, coconut and/or soybean or canola oil. We're not going to just
And/or.
anything. We're not going to nail anything down.
And/or.
Really, it's got some oil.
Slash.
be in there.
Yeah.
Natural and artificial flavors: vanilla, fleur de sel, orange, fennel, spices, corn reaper, all caps,
Corn Reaper?
chili pepper,
What is corn reaper?
corn reaper.
I know what like reaper peppers
It's
are.
the
but
Iowa. It's
corn-
the Iowan Grim Reaper.
Yeah, their version of death.
Is Idaho the potato reaper then?
I guess
Yes.
so. Yeah.
And Texas is just Ted Cruz.
Kentucky's the meth reaper. I love this state.
Except Mitch McConnell.
Yeah.
I'm passing.
You're passing on the popcorn? Okay.
My tongue is tingling.
So this is like caramel
I guess caramel
popcorn,
corn, just
but
Carolina
spicy.
Reaper caramel corn.
All right, let's do this.
All right.
Oh man, that's hot.
Joey, man, how are you doing this? Holy shit, he ate the whole bag.
Woo! It's gone.
He's like, he went Cookie Monster. on it.
Nothing at first. It's all heat in the aftertaste.
Yeah. It's good. I really
It
like
is
it.
really good. Oh, man.
Caution, caution, caution. Keep away from eyes, pets, and children.
Hey, I'm a child. That works.
No, you're legal now.
Oh crap.
All right. Ooh, that's got the, that is,
You all right?
well, it is the difference between Carolina Reaper and a ghost pepper, but that is a lot spicier than the cheese.
This is really good. Henry likes popcorn, so do you mind if I take this home and troll him with it?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Great.
That could be our Patreon episode for November.
All right, let me just scratch off keep away from children. I'll make sure to keep it away from eyes and pets.
Yeah, if it hurts you guys, I'm afraid of it. Like, honestly.
I'm really impressed how well you took the curds. Honestly, if a jalapeno is like
Yeah,
the ceiling.
Yeah, I like
The
and it was
pelvic
like
ceiling?
we were at a Mexican restaurant and like my cousin, he bet me, he was like, I bet you $20 because he knows I hate hot food. So he's like, I bet you $20 you won't eat this whole thing. So I had to eat it because
Yeah,
it was
of course.
$20. And so I took it
I'm
like
not
all
gave
the
it
way.
$20.
Yeah, all the way like down to the. He said I had to eat everything, including seeds, all the way to the stem. So I ate the whole thing.
It's generous.
And yeah, and it just. Ooh.
All right, so the next piece, damn good beef jerky, branded Death by Jerky. That's about it.
That's
No ingredients. Beef.
beef,
Oh,
maybe.
Beef.
top round beef, soy sauce, ketchup, high fructose corn syrup, brown sugar, hickory smoke flavor, East Armageddon sauce,
East Armageddon sauce.
Yep.
That's appropriate for Fallout.
I was in for it until then.
and crushed red pepper.
All right. So I think we should. There's a lot of food.
Yeah,
I think we should split it up a little.
break
bit.
it up?
Yeah, because Ross drove all this way
Yeah.
and does not get to partake in the meat.
I'll take a little piece of this one.
All right, Joey.
I gotta participate. I drove 6 hours for this.
You want the slightly bigger piece, Dave?
You know, I want the slightly bigger piece.
It smells like dog food.
Yeah,
It basically
jerky.
is.
Yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Death by Jerky.
All right.
That's actually really good.
It is really good. It's not that spicy, honestly.
No. That last jerky we had was a lot worse.
My tongue's still numb, so.
That's very good.
That is.
Are you sure we don't want to eat this kangaroo jerky?
Okay, last one. Would you
Buffalo Bob's.
Joey, would you like to eat kangaroo jerky? Is that really kangaroo meat?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's eat it.
That's their thing is exotic meats. So
Oh, God. What else is there?
kangaroo, alligator,
Oh, God.
Alligator's not that big a deal.
alpaca,
Oh, God.
I was say, yeah, you lived in Louisiana, didn't
Yeah.
you? Yep.
Antelope,
That was every Thursday for you.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
it once a year kind of thing. It's expensive.
pheasant, elk.
Man, he did send you a lot of food.
There's some more jerky. Carolina Reaper pepper beef jerky.
I believe you got all of these from All Things Jerky, because we have these beer
They're
koozies
beer
that came
koozies.
along that say, if you jerk it, they will come.
They?
Yeah.
And then Artsy AJ killed a deer this past week, and here is jerky made from her deer.
The killing. So, Joey, did any of these exotic meats strike your fancy? Is there anything you'd like to try?
I'd like to try that kangaroo.
I really want to try
yeah,
the
the
kangaroo.
All right, let's eat a kangaroo.
Ross, have you ever had a kangaroo before?
Not a whole one.
Oh,
All right.
all right.
But
Just the pouch.
they do sell like kangaroo steaks and things.
Really?
Yeah.
Actually, it's kind of a fun fact. A kangaroo's baby is called a joey.
Yeah.
So it's almost fitting.
Just like Tadpog's baby.
It's almost fitting.
I don't know if Prince of Caps Xander listens anymore. So, Joey, you might honestly have reclaimed the title of youngest listener.
I don't know if that's a win, though.
It's a win.
Okay.
You got the whole rest of your fucking life, man. Thank you.
Does
All right.
does Harold Arthur not count? Is he?
He's not a
he be
regular
classed as a
listener.
listener?
He's not a fan. He just shits on things, and Phil sends us pictures.
Right. He just shits on floors.
Yeah, this show gets me through work.
All right. So is the kangaroo jerky supposed to be spicy as well, or is it
No,
okay?
just weird.
It smells real gamey, like super gamey.
Yeah.
All right.
Doesn't smell like dog food. You
Yeah.
said that makes it good, though, so does it mean it's going to be bad?
It's dingo food.
We'll see.
Dingo food.
Ready?
All right.
Let's eat a kangaroo, boys.
Ooh, right off the bat, yeah, it is real gamey.
Very gamey. Kind of oily.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's not bad, though. It's really not bad.
Yikes.
The more you chew it, the gamier it gets,
It
though.
does.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a decision about whether or not I want to keep chewing it or just try to swallow the kangaroo shards.
You swallow kangaroo jack. You fucking do it.
No, I don't like that.
It was all right at first.
So
but yeah.
Dave,
Yeah,
important question.
Sure.
Better or worse than Twiglets?
slightly better.
Oh, come on.
Twiglets were pretty bad, man.
Although my boss did really enjoy the twigs that you sent, so thank you. You share a homeland.
Man, are you going after more popcorn?
Yeah, I got to get this kangaroo out of my phone now.
If I had a nickel every time I heard you say that.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of the massive amount of spicy food
Yeah.
we have.
For now.
Yeah.
We'll get back to the rest of that package link with the beer. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Link.
Even though you didn't send a bee, thanks.
Oh man, nose is running from the. I guess it's gotta be that popcorn. That popcorn's the spiciest thing so far.
Pretty
Popcorn's
glad I skipped it.
Really good. Are you sure you don't want a piece?
No, I do not. You can have it all.
All right.
All right, well, Dave,
Yeah.
you hear that?
No, what is it?
Well, Ross hasn't talked much. Ross, do you hear that?
I do hear that. It sounds like a dried kangaroo running from ravenous dingoes. I'm not going to attempt to make the noise. I'm really sorry.
I think we could all together probably do that.
yeah. I can sound like a kangaroo.
They were all silent. All right, we gotta pick. I'm sure it was silence because we didn't know which one of us was gonna be the kangaroo and who was gonna be the dingo.
Yeah, I'm trying to sound like, how did Roger from Tekken 2 sound?
I think he was just silent.
There we
Right?
go. All right. I need to sound silent with boxing gloves on.
Of course, I hear that kangaroo being chased by a boxcar full of dingoes, which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. And if I sound like I'm off mic right now, it's because my iPad was at 3% before I left. And I don't want to use my phone because that's our Ross Rachel Green box right now.
Yay.
Fallout 4 downloadable content. Okay, guys, there are 6 pieces of downloadable content, or DLC, as it's known in the common vernacular, for the Bethesda Game Studios action role-playing video game Fallout 4, released once a month from April to August 2016. That can't be right. Is that right? The game has been out that long?
Yeah. Yep.
2015.
Time. The sands of time keep slipping
I
through
was
my...
in a whole different marriage when I played Fallout 4 for the first
You
time.
were.
So,
That's
yeah.
right. Okay. Yeah, that really honestly does put it in perspective.
Yep.
Each expansion pack adds a variety of different content, with Far Harbor being the largest in terms of additional gameplay, and Nuka World, I'm sure these all mean things to you,
Uh-huh.
Yep.
being the largest in terms of file size. The season pass contains all 6 expansion packs, and due to the size of Far Harbor, the price was increased after its release. That's pretty much it, other than they all came out for the systems that you could buy Fallout 4 on. And now I'm going to leave it up to you guys.
All right. First question out of the gate. Ross and Joey, what was your favorite DLC for Fallout 4?
I'll let you go first, Ross.
Far Harbor, easily.
Why do you say Far Harbor?
It was the only one that was it was the only one that took any time, I suppose. It was the biggest one, and it was basically backstory for Nick Valentine, who is just the best character.
He's the Humphrey Bogart one, right? Yeah.
Yeah, the one that looks like a mannequin. It's
A Christmas light mannequin.
yes.
For me, I'm gonna have to say it was Nuka World, just because it actually lets you like be a raider. Like it lets you take over like places, like settlements inside of the actual game, and take them over with raiders. And anything that'll piss off Preston Garvey works for me.
Yeah, God, fucking
That guy is
Preston
annoying.
Garvey.
Who is
Hey,
it?
I got another settlement for you to save.
Oh, him. Yeah, the
that
Minuteman.
guy.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah.
Fun fact. Time for my fun fact. We went to a retro games convention. I went as just generic Fallout inhabitant. My wife was Preston Garvey. She had 100 business cards printed, all with "Another settlement needs your help."
That's fucking
That's
amazing.
really good.
Do you have any photographs of your cosplay?
No, that was in the before times, before children, and when we were still young and carefree.
I gotcha.
No, that can't have been right. He's 4. I don't know. Maybe I will. I will try.
We just care about you. We just want to. We just want to peek into your life. That's all. Tyler, which was? Go ahead, Ross.
No, it's not exciting. It's
Oh, then you definitely have to tell us now.
I will try. My wife will have something. I'm sure she will.
Awesome. Tyler, which was your favorite?
I'm with Joey, and I had Nuka World was my favorite. I did enjoy it because Far Harbor was like a whole big ass map. There was tons to do. It was sort of like the Fallout 3 expansion where you could go to like the swamps in Maryland because it was a whole. I mean, there was a lot of content in Far Harbor, and I had thoroughly enjoyed because that's the one in Nuka World. They're basically 2 endings, and it's a little linear.
Yeah.
But I love the atmosphere of Nuka World. Far Harbor also cool, but there's one section in Far Harbor that I hated more than I've hated anything else in any Fallout. Like, I just fucking loathed it.
They made you play 20 minutes of Sparkster for the SNES. You sit down at a console.
All right, I have a guess.
Okay.
Is it the memory puzzles?
You're damn right it is.
It's the memory puzzles.
Yeah.
What memory puzzles?
There is this part where you are... I mean, it's old. This stuff has been out for a while, so spoilers, here they go. If you haven't played any, stop, go play them.
I just finished it this weekend.
There you go. That you go and in Far Harbor, you find a faction inside of Far Harbor that is run by Dima, who is basically another of Nick Valentine's, because he's basically like a prototype synth that escaped and manages to, the Institute will just let him live. Dima is the same way. And Dima knows, you need information from him, but he's locked it away behind all these firewalls. In order to get into his memory and access it, to get this information, you have to play these memory games. And it's this virtual reality block puzzles where you are moving blocks to allow these bugs to crawl through to these different gateways to eat the firewall, I guess. And I did not like it at all. I thought and I'm a puzzle gamer.
And do you like hacking in Fallout?
I do. I love playing that game.
Your game is Empires and Puzzles. Like,
Yeah. So I guess I'd really hate it when a game when they have a cool concept and they try to make it work in a game that clearly wasn't built to do that. And Fallout, the engine is not meant to play the way these memory puzzles play out. I felt the exact same way about the zombie DLC for Red Dead Redemption.
oh, yeah.
Because you go from gunplay to suddenly everything is in your face melee, and that is not how Red Dead Redemption plays. So I had a horrible time with that expansion.
Undead Nightmare was one of those where it was like fun. It was like a fun concept, but I never wanted to finish it because it was like I started Undead Nightmare. I know this is a Fallout DLC conversation,
please,
but I see something I can latch into. So like, let me talk about this. That was like one of those situations where it's like it was really. I started playing Undead Nightmare like immediately after finishing Red Dead Redemption, so it was fun to like. All of a sudden, everything's different.
Yeah.
All these people that I've run across, like it'd be like imagine playing. Okay, so you beat Earthbound. And then you go, instead of talking to all the NPCs at the end, they're all being killed and murdered. So I thought that was neat. But yeah, I didn't finish it.
No, it's a very neat concept. I just had like, it was just so frustrating to me just trying to get point A to point B, and suddenly I'm just mauled by zombies. And just, all right, I'm dead. I got to do this all over again. Got to find this.
Yeah.
And it was me just trying to climb onto roofs
Right.
and just shoot zombies so I could just walk to the next thing.
Right.
It was.
Yeah.
I get the spirit of it, and it was a very cool concept, but it was so frustrating to play.
Yeah.
I would say it was just hey, people like zombies, and they like Westerns. Let's let them shoot zombies. That's all it was.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that being said, that's the only part. Like, I enjoyed everything else in Far Harbor, but man, that really put a serious damper on my enjoyment of that part of the expansion.
Yeah, there were five total memories, and 4 of them were okay.
Yeah.
The 5th one was just, it was ridiculous. It was like, you have to do this perfectly the way they set up, or it doesn't work. And to figure that out, I had to look it up.
There is supposed to be like a shortcut for 5. I don't know if it's an intentional thing.
Yeah.
Or just something they figured out afterwards that makes it just a breeze, but I've not.
Oh,
I wish I would have known that.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, other than that, like, you get a new companion in Nuka World I guess you get new companions in Automatron, Nuka World, and Far Harbor.
That's cool.
Well, the big ones, yeah.
Yep. Because Automatron it's a very fun expansion. It introduces robot companions that you can build.
Okay.
Yeah, just from multiple pieces. Like, you can go find random pieces of other robots and build your own.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm under the impression that most of the DLC for Fallout was like that, where it's just kind of like, well, this isn't really like any additional story or anything. Like now
half of them. I think there were 6 total, so 3 of them were big and 3 of them were just, hey, here's some stuff for your settlements.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Really, like, Far Harbor was the biggest. Nuka World's pretty big. Then Automatron you can beat in like 2 hours.
I would say that only took place in the actual Commonwealth, right?
Yeah. So like no new areas or anything like that for that one. It's just, you get to build OP as fuck robot companions.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha.
Except for unless you use the sentry bot legs, because then they don't fit through doors.
Yeah, that's true. I remember because Josh Nance of Tadpog Sweethearts fame was all about all the builder stuff, which is not how I play. So the other expansions, like the Vault Tech expansion and the Wasteland Workshop, shit like that, I don't give a fuck about. Like I don't care about expansion building or all that shit. No, thank you. Don't give a fuck. But Josh, I mean, I went over. Josh has it on PS4, and I was in awe of the shit he built. It was amazing. All the stuff that he had, all these towers full of death claws and all sorts of awesome shit.
He rebuilt Jurassic Park.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
And he had all sorts of these massive, incredibly powerful robot companions. Yeah, you can actually take the biggest one anywhere because he can't fit.
It
He's
won't
an
go through
overworld
doors.
companion. That's just it.
It was very upsetting because I was like, oh man, the legs, and they had a mod where it can carry like all this like space full of like all this weight, so you can store everything on it. And then I was walking, and then I turn around, my companion isn't there. I'm like, where'd it go? And I go back and start backtracking, and it's stuck in a doorway and it can't move anymore. I'm like, oh, that kind of sucks.
Because what was it? I feel like Josh was telling me he just mowed through a Mirelurk Queen with this robot companion. Like,
yeah, the best weapons, I believe it was like some kind of like miniguns or Gatling lasers, like just insane. I think it had like a minigun, like rocket launcher or something like that. But it would say this was how they were trying to fix it: was this could possibly break. Like if while using could break and you have to repair. So that's why it wasn't super OP that you could do that. But yeah, you could make those things pretty amazing.
yeah, because the boss of the Automatron DLC, I forget what the Mechanist.
Yeah, the Mechanist.
His armor was nothing touched that for the rest of the game for me. I had his armor on for everything else. Nothing in Nuka World, nothing in Far Harbor. Nothing fucking touched it.
Yeah, the helmet.
I swapped out the Mechanist armor for... There was combat armor in Far Harbor. You had to fuck around a lot to get it.
Oh, really? I missed
but
that
that was pretty
completely.
good.
Me too.
Because let's see. Because, yeah, once you... I mean, Automatron, the robots, the companion, 2 hours of content, you're done. Then you can further... Because there's the vault tech where you can build your own vault, do experiments on the vault dwellers and shit like that.
What kind of experiments? Like, I mean, like how open
They were
open
like,
is that?
I think they had 3 set ones that you could do. I think one was a bicycle. You could put somebody on it, and it would like pump drugs into them to make them bike faster, and that would give you power. And then another one was, I want to say it was like a beverage machine that would like make them, oh yeah, I love the vault. I want to, work for the vault.
Like
and
brainwashing kind of stuff.
And then the same thing, it was like an eye exam, and it would like flash, like you could shoot. There was all different types of like, you had like 3 choices per one what you wanted it to do.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah. And like the ones that I remember that I chose was like, it would flash messages like, oh yeah, obey the overseer, and it would like make them like love you and all this. So that's about it. I think that was only it. Like they said that you could do all these experiments, but yeah, it was like 3 at all.
Well, it'd be cool if you had like those 3 experiments and then it like kind of branched out from there.
Yeah, just a
and
whole
it kept
bunch of
branching
them.
out and that kind of thing.
Yeah, it was only like 3 total.
How did that play into your actual game? Like, I mean, like, is it kind of like aside from your main character
Yes.
and like all that?
All
Yeah.
it did was give you an extra settlement for people.
I
That's
gotcha.
it. It wasn't anything else.
So it's kind of like a standalone thing almost.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then Wasteland Workshop further expanded on shit you could build in your settlements. And there was another I think there was another builder.
Oh yeah, the contraptions workshop.
Contraptions, yeah. So you could build elevators and shit like that. I mean, that's neat.
And
but
the factories, which I use like one factory. I've seen like videos where people set up whole big factories where it's like, okay, it creates these items, then it moves it in and creates these items. I only used it to make me, bullets. That's it.
Yeah.
I had like a conveyor belt, a machine, a conveyor belt, and that was it.
I didn't
actually
fuck
get
with
into
it
that one.
at all. Don't care about that stuff.
Yeah.
Ross, did you like the building stuff, or I mean, are you mainly like Tyler and Joey with the story focused stuff?
I tried to build something once. I think I tried to build something on the roof of the Red Rocket gas station.
Yeah.
Immediately failed. I thought I'll come back to this later, and just never bothered.
Yeah, all
The
right.
contraptions
Pretty
things I
much.
downloaded. I had the season pass, so I downloaded all the things, but never even looked at them.
Well, Ross, tell me, okay, leading into Far Harbor, and did you use your main character into the Far Harbor and Nuka World DLCs?
Yep, I had one character.
What kind of character were you playing in those DLCs?
It's always this sort of. I always do this. I always think, right, I'm gonna create a melee focus because I never do melee stuff.
Yeah,
And
sure.
you see all these videos of someone just smacking a Deathclaw 4 miles with a baseball bat, and I was just like, this is the character that I'm gonna play. And then I sort of think, well, I've got to level up a bit, so I better use a gun for now to really kind of get started. And before you know it, I'm like full power armor, Gatling laser. I was just like, well, shit, failed that again.
How about you, Joey?
I only played one character too. But my character I actually modeled after Roland Deschain from the Dark
Nice.
Tower. Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So it was all revolvers all the time, and I leveled up that, and I started off with had a lot of charisma, a lot of strength, not so high intelligence, but yeah, that's what I'm still playing on. I only had one character. I never made another one.
What about you, Tyler?
I always play females. So I had River. She was, and I discovered, because I always, in all my plays of Fallout 3, and in all of them but my last one in New Vegas, like I was very small guns focused. So whenever in Fallout New Vegas, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to go Legion, get the Legion ending, but I feel like it makes more sense for me to go melee with machetes and shit like that. That opened up a whole new fucking world for me to what Fallout could be.
Really?
Because it's so totally different, and I enjoy that way much.
Way much.
So much better. So I did the same kind of build in Fallout 4.
I would say I'm on the same level as Ross. I've thought about that where it's like, hey, I should do melee because I heard it's like super OP and like you can do crazy things, and then it just never happens.
Because I got a very powerful legendary Ripper really early on. That the more damage, it was low damage but very, very fast. And the more damage it would do, the greater the damage would climb. So I put everything into that and like just holding up against anybody for like 3 seconds and dead, heads falling off, heads flying in the distance. So, and then once I'm in power armor, I don't get any knockback from being engaged face to face. So normally it's without power armor, like if you get hit, you're stunned and you fly back. Power armor, you don't have that problem. So I would just pump my shit fucking full of drugs and just charge somebody with that ripper and just hold it on. I would hold it up against Mirelurk queens and just see like poisoning somebody in Ultima Online. Dead.
Deadly poison. Okay, so dumb question. Did they add any new music with the add-ons?
I don't think so.
I mean, there was some Disney World-ish.
I see. Yeah, Nuka World might
In
have added
Nuka
like little
World.
tunes in the side.
I would
it
say-
was like it was a Disney park basically.
Right, okay.
See, I never played a Fallout with my radio on, so
Oh, right. I
any of the
forgot.
music like that,
Yeah,
I have
forgot.
no clue.
And
Yeah.
that's like one of my favorite things about the
Yeah.
games. And honestly, it might be why I didn't get so far into Fallout 4 because it's kind of one of those things where it's like, all right, I feel like I've heard all the music
Yeah.
like a bunch of times. So
That's it. I'm done.
okay, so tell me a little bit about Nuka World because that seems really cool. It's like a Nuka-Cola themed Disney World.
Yep. That's 100% what it is.
And
It's
like, what's the story there?
it's basically it was a Nuka World was like Disney World, but it was based after Nuka-Cola. And then when the whole bombs dropped and everything, and it got deserted, and everybody was dead, and raiders moved in. Like it was taken over by a group that was actually three groups of raiders, and then they're controlled by an overboss who controls all of the groups.
Okay.
And then when you show up on a train and you walk in, and you hear over like a PA system like, "Hey, make it through this maze, and then you can fight like our boss, and then get in." So you go through this maze, and there's like grenades and mines set up, and like all types of stuff to try and kill you. And then you get there, and then you hear over another PA system right before you fight the overboss. It's a guy, I think his name was Porter Gage, I think.
Porter Gage is your companion.
Yeah, I think that's the guy that tells you about.
Oh, I thought you meant
Yeah.
the overboss.
No.
Yeah, Porter Gage.
Yeah, the overboss was Coulter or something. like that.
Coulter, yes.
Yeah, Porter Gage, you hear him tell you over like a PA where it's like, "Hey, we hate this guy. We want him gone. So you have to beat him to even get in."
Okay. To get into the park?
Yes.
Okay.
So he gives you
Yeah, you go through the gauntlet first, which I thought was pretty entertaining.
Which that is the thing with all the booby traps and everything. Okay.
and then he gives you he tells you to search a locker, and you look in the locker, and there's a squirt gun in there. That's literally it was a squirt gun, and he's like, "Yep, this is what you need to use to kill him." And I'm sitting here wondering, like, is this a joke? Like, is he actually just messing with me right now?
God, I should have made a melee.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, when you get in there, you realize that his armor is actually hooked up to like electricity. And that's basically his guard.
Gotcha.
So if you get anywhere close, it electrocute you. So you shoot him with the squirt gun, disables it, and he drops it, and like it depowers him, and then you get to kill him. After you kill him, you become the overboss.
Okay.
And then from there, you're basically just helping everybody. Like there's the 3 factions, and they're only in the one section of the park.
Okay.
I think there's like five or 6 different sections of this
it's
park.
set up like Disney where you come in at the main entrance, but Epcot, Magic Kingdom, and all that
Sure.
are blocked off. So you have to clear them out and pick a faction you want to give it to. So it's an odd number. I think it is 5.
I think it is 5, yeah.
So no matter what, one faction is going to have one less territory than all the others. So that one turns on you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you have to you go through them, and there's there's a bunch of enemies that are like mostly robots, and you fight them off, and then you basically plant a flag, and then you pick which flag, which one of the 3 raider groups that you want to take over this zone. Yeah, like Tyler said, at the end, one of them hates you because you didn't give them enough territory, but you gave everybody else territory. So then they turn on you, and then you have to kill them off. And then, like Tyler was saying earlier, there's basically 2 endings here. You can either you're given a mission kind of early on where you can kill all of the raiders, kills them all, and then like the slaves are freed.
They've enslaved every trader to
Yep.
come through there, and they trick traders into coming in, enslave
the
them,
old
and take
trader
their
trick.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, so that you can either kill all the raiders off, free everybody, and then there's no more raiders. But I didn't do that, so I wanted to actually live, because I just wanted to play through the story, and that was basically that was the way to, how do you get to the end as quick as possible? Because you get that mission pretty early on. So they tell you hey, if you kill everybody, we're free, good to go, that's it. So I was like, nah, I kind of want to play through this a little bit.
Sure.
So I was playing through it, and once the last one turns on, you finish all of the area, and the one of the three will turn on you. Then you have to kill them off. And then Gage, your basically your right-hand man, tells you...
he was my boyfriend.
Yeah.
I've romanced Porter Gage and his one eye.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does have an eye patch, yeah.
You need to stream that.
Yeah.
I want you to stream your
Tyler romances all male companions in Fallout 4.
your Fallout 4 roleplay sessions.
Yeah. Yeah, and then he tells you, like, all right, now that we're done here, let's move to the Commonwealth. And this is where you get to go out, and you become basically a raider.
Okay.
Like, you take the...
And that's why this is your favorite.
Yeah,
right?
that's why, like, it changes the game up, where it's like, oh, raiders, bad guys, kill them all. Now you can be like, no, you can actually be one of these. You can change up your role a little bit. So, like, you roll out and, like, you find different settlements that you could actually, Preston Garvey wants you to save and take back for, like, oh, save them and help them out and everything. No, those same settlements you are now taking over as a raider.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's why Preston hates you for it.
Yeah.
And so you take them out and...
So will other raiders, sorry to interrupt you, will other raiders, like, not attack you anymore?
No, they still hate you.
Oh, okay, all right.
It's just these...
Because they're rivalries. They still all want to be top raider. So.
I got you. But it'd be cool. I think it'd be neat if it was like, well, if you raid enough settlements or something, like the raiders respect you, and then they fear you and won't attack you.
See,
and
I would
that
like
kind of
that.
thing.
I'm with you.
I agree. But yeah, you take them out, and you get to choose which of now two of them that you have, and you get to choose which one takes over each settlement. And then you have to get supplies for that settlement. So you go to another settlement
to raid them.
And basically like tell them like, hey, if you don't give us stuff, we're gonna kill you all.
Right.
So
does this ever end?
No.
Because it seems
you can turn all your settlements into raiders.
Yeah,
right.
you can take over every single one. And then that's how
that's how cancer works.
Yep.
Ross, how did you play out Nuka World?
I didn't. It's the one that by the time Nuka World came out, I was so done with the game.
No wonder you like Far Harbor better.
Yeah, but your description of Nuka of the like taking over the settlements and then them needing food, so you're going to have to take over another settlement to get the first one food. That sounds like work.
Yeah, it really does.
I agree. That's why I only took over 2.
It just doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, I also did the bare minimum because it kind of breaks your heart to go, like, even the guy who gives you the quest is like, boss, that's one of yours. You sure you want to go raid it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Kill them all.
So I did the bare minimum of that because I did both. I did all the Nuka World quests, romance Porter Gage, so I got his of course perk. Yep. And then
you got his perk.
Well, you got my perk.
Oh yeah. It depends.
That's true. Because whatever each one of the 2 factions still standing, they'd give you special weapons and special perks. I fucked up because I should have. I wasn't even paying attention to the ones that I assigned, and I meant to drop off the. There's one that has sort of more of a code of honor, like a mafia, because the 3 factions are one that are all about animals and beasts.
That's the pack.
The pack.
Stay away from that one.
Yeah. There's the chaotic evil murderers who prefer knives.
The disciples.
Yep. And then the mafia style ones that are all about money.
That's the operators.
Yeah.
Joey, I think you're going to do really well in the quiz that was sent in.
I told you before, this is my favorite game series.
Yeah, I could tell.
I meant to drop off the operators because I don't need any gun perks. I assume that's what it is, but I could use knives and melee, and then...
I also like animals.
Yeah, love animals. So I accidentally excluded the pack, so I had to kill the pack, and he had all the stuff I really needed, because my build is... with melee is all about damage reduction, strength, and all that, and all his stuff was extra damage reduction. And so that sucked.
Yeah.
But at that point, I had nothing else to do in the game, so it wasn't that bad.
Sting off a little bit.
Yeah. So once I finished all those quests, did everything, and then I went and talked to the slaves one more time. It was like, all right. So then I killed everybody in Nuka World, and that was fun because I just getting power armor, my Ripper, and I got there's a quest inside Nuka World that is very fucking annoying. You have to get all the star control chips. that are hidden throughout the entire thing. And they're these little orange glowing circuit boards. You need to collect every one of them to go and unlock the Quantum Cola power armor.
Okay.
Which is the best. It's the best power armor in the game.
Okay.
It was XO1 Quantum.
Yeah, it's badass. Because XO1 is the only power armor. Because you can find it I think there's only one. Is there one spot in Fallout 4 in the Commonwealth? It's a random ass building.
I was gonna say. I think it's you have to get to level some high crazy level. It's 30 or 40 first. Because if you actually go to this place before that, it'll spawn some regular power armor. So you have to go there at level 30 or 40, and then you have to fight your way through. I think it's some kind of skyscraper or something. You got to fight a bunch of really hard robots, and then it's behind basically a laser barrier, and then then that's about it. That's the only way you can get it.
It's in lore. It's the only power armor made after the bombs drop.
Ah, okay.
It's the best power armor. So you get the XO1.
You think
but
the
it's
technology would be worse?
Yeah,
exactly. So I don't understand.
Yeah.
It's not if it was Institute power armor, that makes sense.
Right, sure.
But because I think the Enclave made it,
I was gonna say it looks really
XO1
similar
looks
to
like the Enclave.
which then because it's also just standard power armor XO1 standard. So but you get the unique XO1 that it was supposed to come out the day they dropped Quantum. I think it was Quantum Cola was also the day the bombs dropped.
Ah, okay.
So it never got distributed, or there's the one part that's all about Nuka-Cola specific. All the water in there is blue because they dyed it that color for the Quantum release, of course, but it never really happened. Yeah. That's why you don't find as many Quantum bottles in the game.
Sure.
But you get that power armor, and it's very fast AP refresh.
Let me ask a really dumb question. Why the fuck do they make power armor?
I don't know. That's a good question.
I mean,
and especially if it's the power armor that's made after the bombs drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess after the bomb shop makes me feel a little bit better because I can't imagine being all right, family, we're going to Disney World, where they make nuclear weapons.
Well, I mean, there actually was another set of power armor. They had T-51, just regular Nuka-Cola branded one.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So,
you can actually get that one while you're still
easy.
in.
It's literally just sitting in a corner.
Yeah.
You have to just grab it.
It would make sense if they were modified to fire bottles of Nuka-Cola, like a T-shirt cannon or something, and it was a promotional
As
thing.
a PR stunt, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Because the one is it's that power armor holding up the American flag or something when you find it on top of this base. But the last, because I remember I'd found every one of them but 2 pieces of the Star Control chips, and I was like, where the fuck are these?
How many did you have to find total?
It was a lot.
Yeah, it's almost 40.
All right.
Oh God.
I know, Ross. I'm with you
it is a huge pain.
100%.
You only need 25 to finish the game.
All you have to do is play Donkey Kong 64 for 8 hours, and then you get this power armor.
So I remember I got frustrated. I was like, where the fuck is it? I pulled it up, trying to find it online, and one of it just something I just happened to miss in a small dark corner in one of the places, but it's in an annoying place, so I had to trek back through that and get it. The other one you can't get until you beat the Nuka World DLC, because once you clear out the park, then you have to go turn on the nuclear reactor again.
Okay.
So you can't get to it,
I
the
see.
last chip, until you turn on the nuclear reactor.
Gotcha.
So by then you've already done everything. Then you get the power armor. And it's the last DLC, so I literally have no reason to have this power armor except to kill everyone in Nuka World.
I feel like that's how DLC works in general. I do feel like you get a really good thing at the end of DLC, and then it's what do I do with this really good thing?
Yeah. That's what for Fallout. It might not be a bad idea to always wait for the Game of the Year edition.
Yeah.
And then get into the DLCs as soon as your level, you hit the level requirements.
I just looked it up. It's 35 star chips.
35.
35. That's a lot.
Yeah. Only half that to beat the game, beat the mission that it's required for. Yeah, but all of them for the power armor.
So, sorry if you already answered this in a roundabout way, but what made Nuka World your favorite?
I just enjoy it. And every part of the park you go to is very, very different.
Okay.
So it is it's almost like another map with 5 mini maps inside of it.
Okay, so it's really the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And I played this right before I went to Disney. So it was I enjoyed it. They just made the whole experience better.
Yeah.
It's like Fallout 3 I loved even more because I lived in DC at the time. So it made everything that much better.
While you were at Disney, you found 35 mortar shells. And that explains the tank you came home with.
I seduced that man that was showing me around Disney World.
Gooby.
Did you go into the arcade any in the Nuka World arcade?
I mean, a little bit,
Yeah.
but man,
Some of the only games that could be really playable was like, I think it was like Kami Whacker or something where you actually had to hit the thing.
Yeah.
The other ones were like Skee Ball where you had to somehow teach your character to throw a skee ball down the lane.
It had skee ball physics.
Yeah.
Could you use bats?
No, and that was the thing. Like you couldn't like just throw it. You had to like twist your character because when you pick stuff up, it just like floats through the air. So you had to twist your character real fast and just let go of it and try and fling it down the
yeah,
lane.
it was fucking impossible.
I'm
So-
using tilt controls.
Yeah.
So I would just go through the park and all the trash cans to find tickets.
Oh, yeah.
To take back to feed into the machine to get the rewards. There's only like one good reward.
Yeah, you basically get all of the tickets to get the one good reward. Everything else is like, hey, you got a pencil.
Yeah.
Oh,
Great.
a pencil.
Raider armor,
Yeah.
but you could keep the Kami Whacker and do damage with it.
Yeah,
That was an
that's
actual
funny.
weapon that you could have, yeah.
Oh, let's see what else. It was fun going through and killing everybody, and then the trader's like, "Hey, we're free, thanks."
That's it.
Okay, that's. I
you
guess
later.
I'm done with Fallout 4 now. Makes me sad. Although the main game, I got all the achievements. The hardest of which is getting 100% in a settlement, which is fucking
Like, what do you
annoying
mean?
as hell.
Like getting
100%
all the settlements?
happiness.
Oh, okay.
Which was just tantamount to me going around and filling every possible space in a settlement with paintings of like sunflowers.
Yeah.
It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's almost impossible to try and get 100%. I think I'm stuck. My highest one is Sanctuary, which is like 81%.
Good Lord.
And they have, and like at the top of the, like if you look at the top of the screen, it'll tell you everything that it needs, like defense, water, power, stuff like that.
Right.
And if it's red, that means they need more of it. Everything is fine, but I'm still at 81%.
I did this, and there's a weird. I don't know if it's a bug or just it's been put together really badly. But the only way I could do it was to have the little market stalls and have all of them manned all the time. But I had to have like 30 of them. The easiest one to do it was the Red Rocket garage thing, and I don't know why that would be. And then it was just like rugs everywhere. It was covered in rugs. Yeah, it was the weirdest. And it would get to like sort of 98 and then start creeping back down to 95. And it was just sheer luck, I think, that I got it. But
Yeah. You have to make sure you
I'm
have
not-
way more water and way more food than they ever actually need. And then I had to send all my companions to other settlements so I could recruit more settlers that could actually do something, because your companions will take up a spot, but you can't use them to do anything, so they don't improve the happiness.
Gotcha.
I think you can't. I think I have 21 or 23, and no new people have showed up since. Because I have all of my companions in Sanctuary Hills, and I think I have 23 total people. And I have there's like a beacon that you can turn on, and it'll bring new settlers in.
Yeah.
Nobody has showed up. So I think that
Is it
is
because
like the
they're
max.
happy at
No,
your-
I think that's like the max.
Gotcha.
Because I know there's also, you can buy 3 different levels of vendor stalls, but then there are also unique NPC settlers that can, if you put them in a third level stall, that unlocks like secret 4th level items that only that one settler in that one type of stall can do.
I didn't know about that actually.
And I missed, that bird came through, I apologize. I missed one of them because in one of the vaults, you see there's this couple that's arguing. And the guy's cheating on his wife. He's a complete asshole. But if you talk him into
Real tunnel snake.
If you talk him into leaving his wife, he leaves the vault, and then you can make him go to one of your settlements, and he unlocks like the 4th level of weapons vending or whatever. There's a woman that you find at the radio station who does all sort of radio dramas. She's the special NPC for clothing. So if you make her go to a stall and do that, and then I forget who the medical one is, but yeah, and it's something I never would have picked up on had I not had to look at how do I get fucking happiness to
Yeah. So I want to hear about Far Harbor.
Ross, since we've been talking about Nuka World, I'll let you talk more about Far Harbor.
What is it?
Oh, so Far Harbor is a town, like a little fishing town on the coast of this giant island.
I think it's in Maine somewhere.
Oh, that's interesting.
and it's really difficult. I've read so many guides trying to remember what the hell Far Harbor was. But the general story is you are looking for, you get a radio broadcast through on your Pip-Boy that says this man is looking for his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And you go sort of explore the house and find some logs, and she says that she's gone to this place called, I think it's called New Arcadia.
You are
because
correct.
I think she's convinced that she has been replaced with a robot, and that she is the robot. So she goes to find out and ends up working for this guy called Dima, which is basically what Nick Valentine would look like if he was a PC upgraded in the 90s. He's just IDE cables and vacuum tubes everywhere.
Blast processing.
Yep. Really tinny sound. He speaks like through a bean can. And
He speaks to the Sonic Spinball pause menu.
So, I mean, that's really the sort of, that's why you're on the island. You're looking for this woman. But Far Harbor has these like mist generating machines, which I think are summoning these horrible fish crab monsters. And there's the third faction. So you've got the robot, the New Arcadia faction, the Far Harbor faction, which are the humans that live in this town. And the third one is the Children of the Atom.
Yeah, Children of the Atom.
Cases that like worship radiation for reasons.
They're fucking insane.
It's just sort of the civil war between those three. And then there's sort of several ways. I think there's like 6 ways that you can finish the whole campaign, and it's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on. There is a lot of stuff going on.
I saw the art for all of the DLC, but the Far Harbor art I thought was really interesting because it reminded me of like Call of Cthulhu.
It does. It definitely has that Massachusetts fog. And
right. So it really made me happy to hear that they're like fish people and crab people and stuff like that.
Because the fog, people know if you go out into the fog, you're fucked.
Yeah.
No one survives the fog. Their town is surrounded by stuff to try to repel it, which they don't even realize that like they only have that because of New Arcadia. So New Arcadia is just letting them live, but they hate New Arcadia. So yeah, you can pick any one of those 3 factions to take over Far Harbor, leave them all alone, kill all of them, or I think let the Brotherhood of Steel come in and just clean house.
Even better. Yeah, big Brotherhood of Steel guy right here.
It was yeah. You can ask Bailey about what's it, Maxon.
Good job remembering that name.
Just remember his coat, his badass coat you could get. But I mean, it was the most. It felt more like, because New Vegas is my favorite Fallout,
right?
And Joey and I can fight about this all day long.
Yeah, are we gonna do this? Are we gonna have the debate?
Because we've been talking about him coming to do this over Facebook chat. So I looked up. Oh, my last message to him was Phoenix Wright gifts about how he's wrong.
Well, because Joey, you even mentioned like would this episode be a good one for me to rule judgment on hear both of your cases and rule judgment.
I have notes.
Yeah, Joey came prepared. Ross could help. Well, actually, I was going to say, Ross, you could help pass judgment, but then it becomes a problem when we both choose different games.
I ask a simple question. I mean, between Fallout 3 and New Vegas, which is your favorite? Or even Fallout 4, did you like that one better?
Are you asking me which?
No, Ross.
Oh, I don't feel like I could answer. I don't want to take a side in this.
Yeah.
Pick a side, Ross.
The British people are no...
You're British, you're not French, Ross. Pick a side.
Cannot be trusted with making a decision.
I could be swayed, which is honestly why I think, because anytime at any given moment someone asks which is better, Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, I'm like, well, I mean, I do like Fallout 3, but it has its problems. Like the metro system, which I can't fucking stand. I am the worst with directions, and it's like I constantly am just like, I feel like I go down to the metro and I'm there for 5 hours, just like trying to
try actually doing it in real life.
Yeah,
My map doesn't work. Nothing works down there. But I don't know, man. Take out the metro system in Fallout 3, and it's like, all right, okay. So I like this. New Vegas, I like all the factions in New Vegas. I think there's like some depth there, but what I don't like about it is that it's a video game. So the goal is to save the game and then get every faction, like to the highest or whatever, like finish the game. So, I mean, I feel like there aren't enough consequences in your decisions.
Because you can really play all sides up until it's time to decide what to do with the platinum
the last
chip.
mission.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's my big complaint about New Vegas. So I don't know. I can be swayed. If you want to present cases, I'm happy to.
I mean, we can hold it off a little bit.
All right. Okay. All right.
That could be a whole other episode.
Yeah.
Next time you want to drive 6 hours, well, that could be a Patreon episode where we
Let me
fight it
know
out.
when you want to do the episode, and I'll drive 6 hours.
Joey is ready.
Oh man, I know this game. I know this. They have achievements, but do you guys have any achievements prepared for? Anything that wasn't there?
I don't.
Nope.
Oh, I guess I do want to talk
do.
about. Go ahead.
I have an achievement. You can't.
Yes.
Do it.
I've been
Yes.
planning this for so long.
Yes.
Right. My achievement is called Duke Nuka World. Defeat the overboss and become the ruler of Nuka World.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
I like
That's pretty
that.
good. Because I guess I do want to discuss. I feel like because Old Longfellow is your companion you get in Far Harbor.
Oh yeah, I meant to ask about the companion.
He's just a salty old man.
Yeah.
He's the only companion I didn't reach max companionship with out of everyone in the game.
Didn't want his perk.
I mean, I did, but I also just I didn't care enough about his tastes were kind of weird, because whatever they like or dislike,
Oh,
and he
yeah,
was
sure.
kind of. I was trying to do stuff with Arcadia, but he would dislike a lot of that shit that I would do,
Yeah.
and he was about as difficult as like Paladin Dance, because Paladin Dance isn't fucking like anything.
Yeah.
So
He likes when you put on power armor. That's about it.
that's
Yeah.
true. Climb in and out until he loves you.
You can, the achievement for that is you can dance if you want to.
I'll get out of this power armor. Will you fuck me now? No.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try that again. Fuck me now.
Yeah.
Our relationship is getting better. In and out. Yes.
Ross had the appropriate groan to that achievement. That's the groan I was looking for.
I like. There's an NPC in Nuka World who reminds me a lot of Xander Cohen from BioShock, and it is this old stage magician who was working at Nuka World. Him and his troupe of players, when the bombs dropped, and they all became ghouls.
Yeah, cool.
And he watched them slowly, one by one, turn feral, and he's the last one left. So it's this ghoul wearing a top hat and a tux, and it has all these magical tricks that he's trying to keep you away with until you finally confront him on the roof. And I befriended him, and he gave me his top hat and said, maybe I'll go try to find the last one of his friends. He's not sure if she went feral, but she ran off.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll go try to find her, and he disappears. But there's not a ton of super memorable NPCs in Nuka World. The other I like being, I think his name is Sito. You find him in the Animal Kingdom part. And he's basically Tarzan.
Oh, yeah.
That was raised by the
He's a ghoul?
gorillas. No, he's a human.
Oh, bummer.
It's like
I want to see a ghoul Tarzan.
because he like
There
his
wasn't a ton of ghouls in Fallout 4, was there? I guess there was Top Hat Sander Cohen Ghoul Man, and I think the woman who was the overseer of the Vault Tech
yes,
DLC was a ghoul.
because she was around from before when the bombs dropped. Yeah,
I say you're
Is
right.
that it?
Yeah, you're right.
Hancock.
There's not a lot.
Hancock you can recruit as a ghoul from that criminal town.
Good neighbor.
Good Neighbor.
Tons of feral ghouls.
Tons of yeah. Not a lot of like. Well, there's that one. There's a ghoul who was a movie star before the like around the time the bombs dropped, turned into a ghoul that you can fuck. The first ghoul you can fuck.
Oh, yes. All right. That's what we've been waiting for.
My female character ate that ghoul pussy so hard, so hard.
Literally. Tinder.
Just like when I saw that red romance, I was like, yeah,
Do it.
let's do it. Oh yeah, all right, let's go back to my room.
All right. I have an achievement. Ghouls.
Was this the
Ghouls
singer
Gone
lady?
Wild?
Yes,
The singer in Good
Ghouls
Neighbor, I
Gone
think.
Wild.
Yeah.
Well, the singer in Good
it?
Neighbor's
Yeah, Good Neighbor.
Synth,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
which you'd only find out if you kill her.
Yeah.
Take the chip out. Okay, well that's all I got. Anybody else? Anything to add? Talk about? Comment on?
Back on what Ross said. You're right. It really is very decreased in the number of like non-feral ghouls that you can like talk to and stuff. Because like Fallout 3 had the whole settlement full of them. Mm-hmm. That was in
Roy Phillips.
Yeah, in the one of the Museum of History, I think it was. That there was
The underworld
yeah,
city.
the underworld. There was a whole civilization full of like non-feral ghouls.
Yeah.
Where you'd find Myra Brown if you blew up Megaton.
Where my 100% legit copy of the game would always crash until I bought it for the PlayStation.
Because you can let ghouls in the 10-penny tower. And you think, they're going to like coexist and
Right.
stuff. You leave, come back, they've killed everybody.
I love that storyline. That's like one of my favorites.
When I told Artsy AJ that, she was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome! Let's let him in." These people are jerks.
It's the best because it got me. Like I remember like doing all the work, and then it's like, fuck.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're like, the guy's like, hey, here's this ghoul mask. Put this on. Okay, I guess.
Right.
And then when you walk in, everybody's dead. Like, oh,
Yep.
that's why.
Yep. Yeah, that was one where it was like that to me is a defining moment for me in the Fallout series because I was like, this is a perfect like example of what this world is like.
Yep. Oh man. Any last comments or thoughts, Ross?
No, I think it's summed up pretty well.
I've got some questions for you guys.
Hell yes.
That came in from Quizmaster Bovine Bear Matt Cowan.
Fuck yes.
If you'd like to take this quiz, he asked me.
I don't have beer glasses for this. I gave it for
What?
Fallout 4, so I don't really
What?
have anything
I
for
mean-
the DLC.
What?
Unless Joe and Ross, you want to give a beard and the glasses.
What? You have a whole quiz to come up with a beard and the glasses.
All right.
I don't care how good they are, goddammit, but we gotta have them.
I mean, there's the Cappy glasses in Nuka World.
There you go.
there you got one of them.
That I did enjoy the robot cola that would walk around Nuka World that you would normally it's a hangover, it's a holdover from when it was actually a legitimate park, but someone has hacked it. So half the time you speak to it, half the time it's like a sassy black woman talking about
Yeah.
killing you.
Yep. I actually didn't even realize that we were almost done.
Do you have some more stuff?
Do you want to do the comparison with New Vegas?
I feel like that would take us another hour.
We probably actually.
I do, but I know that would take us another hour. And Ross is about dead.
Yeah, it is. It is like 4
You are in
for him.
like crazy time zone.
He's in tomorrow.
Yep. Yeah, you're right.
I
I'll
wish
let
we
you
could
go to bed
echo.
on that one.
I wish I had an echo button for when he said tomorrow. He said tomorrow.
Yeah.
See, I'm in Greenwich Mean Time, which is, I think we can argue, the source of all time.
Yeah.
And you're just
Yeah,
6
you
hours
are
behind
actually in the correct. You are the only one here in the correct time zone. Honestly.
I had to travel a time zone to get here.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I'm in Eastern.
Oh yeah. Well. Yeah, time zones. Ross and I were talking about time zones and how weird they are, especially in the United States, where you would think that they would just follow state borders.
Yeah.
But
No.
And then we
cut
have
it in
daylight
half.
saving times even further to fuck things up.
Yeah, it's all weird.
That's why Ben didn't know when we were recording because the state he lives in doesn't do daylight
right.
savings time.
That's not a nationwide thing.
Nope,
No.
there are like a few states that just don't do it.
I know.
All right, I guess.
Yeah. We abstained.
Yeah.
Do you guys do that, Ross?
No, we have British summertime. So we roll the clocks forward and backwards, sort of twice a year. It's
Okay.
great. You lose an hour of sleep once a year. It's fine.
Yeah. Ours are spring and fall is when we do that. Yeah.
Yep. And the Monday after you spring forward is also like the day of the year that's the highest for automobile accidents.
I believe it. I have a welcome to the quiz vault.
Fuck yeah.
10 Dave style questions. The clues.
Dave style.
Dave style.
Dave's.
The clues span the Fallout universe. I have no prior knowledge of this quiz other than I told Matt to prepare a difficult one. So,
Right.
because I know I got some real Fallout heads.
You
in
told
the
him
room.
to prepare a difficult one because you're not participating partially.
Oh, I'm participating. I'm just
Okay.
not going to be able to help much.
Oh, okay.
No, if this is a defeat, I share in that defeat.
Okay.
Now, if there are any Fallout 1 or 2 questions, I will not be able to answer them.
Me either.
Oh, Ross, how's your Fallout 1 and 2 knowledge?
Yeah. It was better 15 years ago.
All right. So, as you might say, we are proper fucked.
Yeah. I'll tell you my experience with Fallout 1. I played I think it was about half an hour, 45 minutes, and I was playing through, and then I died. And then it sent me back to the main menu, and I was like, all right, I'll just load up. oh wait, this isn't a current game,
No
so
autosave.
there's no autosave.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that sucks. I'll start over. Save. Remember to save. I didn't save. I died again.
Oh God.
I never played that game again.
I could get my copy to work because
Yeah,
like
I remember that.
I had to like disable like explore.exe to get it to work, which basically fucks your computer.
Yeah, you had to turn it back to a 1996 computer.
Will this run on Windows NT?
Yeah.
All right. First question. Spiritual successor to the original Fallout.
Oh, it's like Wasteland or something like that.
Oh, yeah,
I
there
think
is.
that's right.
Yep,
Probably
there
is
is a
Wasteland.
second game called Wasteland.
Wasteland.
Yep.
All right. We're going with that?
Yeah, I think it's that.
We're all good?
I agree.
Wasteland.
Yeah.
Well done. All right. 1 for 1. Next question. Fallout 1 companion that was said to have died a gruesome death in the Fallout 2 manual. Yeah, I know.
I never had the manuals for these games.
Bob?
Bob, want to go Bob Dole?
Bob, yes,
the
Bob.
ghoul?
No. I want to say there is like a companion named Bob, like a ghoul who's in a few of them.
Probably
And there's
a Bob Dole
also
reference.
in Fallout, I don't know if it's in New Vegas or 3. It might be a DLC in 3. It's the ghoul who turns into a tree over time, and you have the option to
Oh,
kill him or
right.
not.
In the Oasis, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was, yeah.
I don't know
that
if it might be
was 3.
him because I know he's in like 2 or something like that as well.
Yeah, I think it was 1 and 2 where 1 it started out where he had like some disease or something, and the second one he had like part of a tree growing out of his head, and then 3 was when he was a full-size tree.
Mm-hmm.
So Bob, we're going with Bob. I have no better answer.
Yeah, no, I don't either.
Ian.
Close.
3-letter names.
Yeah.
Of course, Ian.
Half
Yes,
credit.
it's not-
Third question. Albino Deathclaw's name in Fallout 2.
Cracker Jack.
No idea.
Cracker Jack? I mean, it's as good a
Yeah,
guess as any. I got nothing, man.
Like I said, I got no 1 or 2 knowledge.
All right, Cracker Jack. Locking it in.
Jack, yep.
Goris.
Oh,
Goris.
Yeah.
That was close. That was close.
All right, here we go. Fallout 3 question.
All right.
Ready? Code name for Interplay's Fallout 3. So it's kind of a Fallout 3 question. It's Interplay's Fallout 3. Hint. I'm assuming would like to
Yep.
have a hint.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it might be Van Buren.
Whoa.
Oh.
I think you're right, Ross, because here's the hint. I don't want to be an architect. I want to be a city planner from Seinfeld. The only thing I can think of is Van Buren Boys.
Yep.
From Seinfeld.
Wow.
Van Buren?
Van Buren.
Ross,
that
let's
pickup.
check it out. We're going with it.
That was a pickup.
Van Buren.
Nice.
Nice, Ross.
Come in
That was
clutch.
one of our presidents, Ross.
All right. Can I tell you, it delights me that the hint was a Seinfeld hint and not a Presidents of the United States hint. Matt knows what might help us. Next question.
I have no idea what Seinfeld is. It's not. It was never a
man.
thing here.
Yeah.
It was. I think they showed it either very late at night or like in the middle of the afternoon when no one would be watching it. It's just.
Same.
I have no concept of Seinfeld.
Oh man, I think you would love it.
It's pretty great. What about Friends? Like, how familiar with Friends are you, Ross?
Very familiar with Friends. Friends was a big deal. All 10 series are on Netflix. So
Okay. All right. Just curious. Man, they really, in my opinion, picked the wrong one to ship over. All right. Next question. Country to launch the first nuclear attack in the Great War of 2077.
My guess is China.
I think
China's my
that's
guess,
pretty
too.
hotly
China.
contested, but I think it was China.
Ross, what'd you think?
probably China.
China? All right. I mean, it sounds like we got to lock China in.
Yeah.
China, it is. I like how you covered our ass with it's contested there, Tyler. I do like.
Because I've heard in-game lore, people are like, we don't know. We think it was China, the enemy, but that just might be the Enclave telling us that.
Those are Chinese spies.
Yeah, there you go.
Next question. Quote, against all tyrants, unquote, is inscribed on this gun in New Vegas. I'm going to say the Excalibur. Caliber is in the gun.
I mean,
Probably.
is it the gun? Because Fallout 3 has it where you can go get all of the stuff for Abraham Lincoln for those freedom fighters.
Right.
So I assume it is John Wilkes Booth's gun that he used to shoot Lincoln, I don't know what it's called though.
This is in New Vegas.
Yeah, that was.
Oh, it's in New Vegas.
The question is, against all tyrants is inscribed on this gun in New Vegas. That's a good. I liked your the sound logic.
I'm not up to date on my American gangsters from the 40s, but you do see Bonnie and Clyde's death car. Anything to do with them?
That was in New Vegas. That was the submachine gun was in the New Vegas for Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, if you're thinking it's Bonnie and Clyde, they did have the submachine gun in New Vegas, like in the Prim Casino.
Yeah, I remember that.
The Caesar killer
Yeah,
deals extra damage to Caesar.
I mean, you're joking, but my mind kind of went there.
I was
where
say that
it's like, I'm
it
thinking
almost does seem like a Roman type of quote.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I have no clue.
Do we want to? I mean, we got to guess. Do you want to go with like the Bonnie and Clyde gun?
I mean, if you brought up Bonnie and Clyde, there is the submachine gun that was in the game.
I'm good with that.
All right. Okay, logging it in. The answer is the Ranger Sequoia.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
No
know that
clue.
one.
Not a clue.
All right, we suck. All right, next question. See, I'm going to share this defeat.
There's a lot. There's a lot of lore here. So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Next question. High-tech settlement in western Nevada. It's full of, quote, pacifists, unquote, according to Cass.
High-tech settlement.
In western Nevada. It's full of pacifists, and that is in quotation marks, according to Cass.
So it's got to be a brotherhood settlement, I'm assuming.
Yeah, they do take all the technology.
Because it wouldn't be if it was a high-tech settlement of anyone else, but the brotherhood would have already rolled in and taken them out.
It's not the airfield, is it?
But then again, it
The
says
boomers?
It's the boomers.
I say it says pacifist though, because Brotherhood are not pacifists.
That's
yeah,
true.
but it's in quotes. So
Because no one fucks with the boomers because they have all the big bombs.
Yeah, they got
but they
artillery
haven't
guns
used
and
any
stuff,
of them.
I think it might be the boomers make sense to me because they don't actively attack
Yeah,
anybody.
they don't
just-
leave. They only protect their own settlement.
And I feel like I met them around the same time as Cass.
Yeah.
You say that like pacifist is in quotations,
Right.
So that doesn't mean that they are
Right.
pacifists,
Right.
Then I think the boomers is they are pretty. They got all of the weapons and they actually have a plane that you actually get back for them. So
That's a metaphor for the baby boomers, right?
I hope so.
I think it is. I mean, I don't know.
Ross, you go with boomers?
The them having a plane and no one else having one, that's the high tech thing I can think of. So
Yeah, that is a good point.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that. I think it works.
Yeah, I'm down. Boomers.
Logging it in, boomers. Fuck. Damn it, I felt so good about that.
Yeah.
I led you astray. Vault City.
Oh, that's like
that
Fallout
was like
1 or 2.
that's
Yeah.
Fallout 2, I think.
Yeah, that's way early on. That's a vault that opened early that turned into a city that you can it's really
Western Nevada.
a whole bunch of
drew
assholes.
Everything
Okay.
off, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good one, Matt. You did it. You done did a good question.
you had to ask for the hard one.
I know. Yeah, this is all my fault.
I think we're still right though. Boomers.
Boomers,
Half credit.
Half credit. Half credit.
Half credit. Next question. A location in Fallout 3 that is also the name brand of the Simpsons TV set. Sandwich Pope Phil Hawkins is screaming into his phone right
A
now.
location in Fallout 3.
Yes, that is also the name brand of the Simpsons TV set. I am not familiar with their brand of television of choice that they keep in their home.
Old Olney. No.
That was actually New Vegas.
Oh, was it? Oh.
Yeah, that was the mine site where all the death claws were. I know that, but I don't know the TV set name.
Yeah.
Was there a Magnavox in Fallout?
Yeah, it's sad that what I'm doing is not really thinking about the Fallout games. I'm just thinking of
What are
pun
my TV
television.
set names?
Right, and then trying to make puns off of that.
Was there a Sony?
Sobe?
Sobe doesn't sound right. No, I've got nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing. Yeah.
I'm
man.
plumbing the depths of my Simpsons knowledge, and
What were the Cthulhu buildings in Fallout 3 that had weird names? You know, like the ones I'm talking about, where you find in the computers, like
Yeah, the obelisk.
Yeah. Whereas like some crazy stuff went down there, and yeah, there's like a whole like
They referenced it-
shrine in the basement.
Yeah, they're referencing it in 4 because you find that guy who actually quotes Lovecraft when he gives you this knife. He's a character in one of the books.
yeah.
I got nothing.
Shit, I don't know. Washington, D.C. I don't know if I'm trying to think of any other location.
Name it. Just name a location. Name a location. That sounds vaguely television set esque.
Megaton.
Megaton.
Megaton. All right. Megaton.
Yeah, Megaton.
Ross, you're going to share this defeat with us. Are you good with Megaton?
I might as well.
Yeah.
I'll take that bullet.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Locking it in. Megaton. Answer is Radiation King. Radiation King.
Oh, that was the old TV. That was the one in the farmhouse.
Yeah, your knowledge eclipses mine. Next question. Second to last. We're almost through this.
Man, well, we got like 2?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or maybe 1.5. I can't remember.
Oh, yeah, we did get a couple of halves in there.
Board game that you can play with Seymour, the talking spore plant, in Fallout 2. What's the... I can see the board game art from like Fallout 4. I don't know if it's the same one. I can't remember the name of it, though.
I thought he said
The one you're
spam
thinking of is
zone.
Blast Radius.
Yes, that's it.
There you go.
Blast Radius.
All right, Blast Radius.
Boom.
Do we think that might
Cool
be
with me.
it?
Yep, that's good.
That's
That is
the
the-
only board game
That is the best
that I
one we're
know
going to
of.
come up with.
I didn't even
That's
know
it.
of it. I could just picture the art. Okay, Blast King.
Blast Radius.
Blast Radius.
I saw Radiation King, and it was like, all right, locking it in. Blast King. Here we go. All right, Blast Radius. No, we overthought it. It was chess.
What?
It was chess. I'm sorry.
And he said it was going to span all of the Fallouts. All I've heard was 1 and 2.
And ones that we thought were New Vegas, but was
Yeah.
actually 2.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, last question. We're almost done. Fallout that the Enclave made its first appearance in.
I want to say 3, but that was the first one I played. So
Tactics?
I don't know any before 3. Yeah, it'd be 1, 2, or Tactics is before 3.
Tactics, an interesting choice, and we haven't had a
We haven't had anything
tactics-based
tactics
question or answer yet.
3 is
Enclave
is
is
the
definitely
latest.
in 2. I can't remember if Tactics came after 2.
Ooh, yeah, I don't know, though. I don't know if Tactics was in between 1 and 2.
I want to say it was.
You think so?
I think so.
Tactics was multiplayer, whereas 2
I want to
wasn't.
say it was 1, 2, Tactics 3.
Well, then 2. I mean,
So I
two
mean, if
then.
you think it was 2, then 2 would be earlier.
and if Tactics had multiplayer, I mean, I would think that would be later.
Yeah.
Yeah. Say 2 then.
2?
Yeah.
All right.
If this is going to be a curveball where they've mentioned like really early in the first one, I am going to
It's
find
like Wasteland.
Quizmaster Bovine Bear.
It does say made its first appearance in.
So
So,
that doesn't mean. Well, it said it's a Fallout thing, but he did have a Wasteland question. I don't know.
I think 2.
I'm cool with 2.
We know 2. Ross,
Yeah.
we know that it
yeah,
was in
we
2,
have a
so
solid answer
Yeah.
in
That's
2.
the only one we
Yeah.
know, too.
Yep.
so.
It's not like Radiation King.
yeah.
where we're all like reaching for answers.
Yep.
All right, Fallout 2, locking it in. It is Fallout 2.
Yeah.
Well
Nice.
done, Ross. You got us to 3.
Yeah, we got 3, maybe 3.5. We can't remember.
All right, we did bad.
Yeah.
But thanks anyway, Matt. That was a nice quiz. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I have 2 more questions for you.
All right. All right.
The first of which is, if you were to give this game a beard that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of beard would it be?
Give it the youthful, shaggy brown beard of Joey Webster.
Oh, yeah. See, that wasn't so hard. Why is that?
Because he's right there.
Because he's right there.
He loves Fallout so much.
Yep.
Yeah, and he loves Fallout. That makes sense. I think maybe I might know where you're going with
Yeah.
this. Okay. Tyler.
You do.
Tyler.
Uh-huh.
Tyler.
Yes, Dave.
If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
Give it the spectacular round spectacles of one Ross Rachel Green.
Boom, there you go. Got it. If that was a quiz, I would have gotten half of it right. I'm not going to ask you how much this game is on average used on pricecharting.com
$49.99.
because I don't know. I'm just going to accept Joey's answer.
That was a
for
guess. I don't know.
He's right. So that's pretty much as far as any questions I'm going to ask you goes. That's pretty much it.
All right.
Thanks for teaching me about Fallout 4 DLC, guys.
You're welcome. Any last comments? Anything you want to plug?
Yeah, let's do that. Ross, let's start with you because I'm sure you need to go to bed.
Ready to go to
like
bed.
right now, like 4 hours
It's like
ago.
3 minutes to 2. It's fine. Yeah, I've got to be up in
You're
5
good.
hours. It'll be
That's
all right.
usually when I go to bed. You're fine. Tell us about your podcast, Ross.
Oh God, it's I feel really bad like bringing it up. It's like, you know, when you stand next to the ugly person in a photo, so you look better by comparison. TADPOG definitely comes out better. But what we do, the show's called Nothing to Play. We just kind of look at the news that's happened that week and bitch about it and complain from basically start to finish. And that's really it. We don't. It's not glamorous. It's not exciting. It's just become a habit now.
Yeah, it's a solid show. I like it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And that is like, I like getting my game news from podcasts. So it's like, I really like podcasts, like gaming podcasts that give the news and they're not 4 hours long. I know like our show is 4 hours long, but it's like, it's really nice because I mean, I want to hear gaming news, but at the same time, I don't want to get in trouble for reading it at work. I'd rather it be piped into my ears while I'm working. So.
Yeah, where I work, it used to be fine because I'd find all of my I do all my research at work, and then they installed a new firewall which blocked all of the gaming news websites. So yeah, it became a real chore.
Yeah, if they did that at my work, then I wouldn't do the show anymore. So where can everyone find your podcast?
Oh shit, yeah, I need to do that. So the website is nothingtoplay.co.uk. It can be found wherever you download your podcasts from. I think it's everywhere now. I stuck it on a load of search engines, so
cool.
It should be well findable.
Awesome. Joey, how about you?
We actually just started a YouTube channel. It's called Gardyloo Gaming, GARDYLOO Gaming. We have a Facebook page, a Twitter, and an Instagram, and a YouTube channel, all under that name.
Now you keep saying we.
Me and my girlfriend.
Yeah?
Me and my girlfriend Mel, who is actually in the room, but she didn't want to talk about this stuff. Yeah, we basically all it is just a bunch of gameplay video. Right now we have Doom, which she's been playing, and then I played like all the way through Red Dead Redemption, and then we just posted up a Madden commentary for like multiplayer Mondays with me and my brother, and then I think those are really the only 2 games on there at the moment. But yeah, this was all her idea, and I was just like, hey, I can play some games, and you can take the footage if you want. I mean, but yeah, I think we just started this 2 weeks, close to a month ago, so it's still pretty new.
Cool. We'll have a link.
I assume when you say Doom, you mean like the new one.
Yeah, the new one on the Xbox One.
Not the one that came out before you were born.
Her actual favorite game is Quake from before we were born.
Nice, nice.
Well done.
It's better than Duke Nukem 3D, am I right?
Yep.
The Nine Inch Nails reference is better than Duke Nukem 3D.
Yeah, I mean, truly. Thanks for being on the show, guys. Is there anything else that you'd like to say before we close things out?
No, I don't think so.
No, I'm good.
All right.
Well, again, thank you very much for driving and staying very late to come on the show.
Yeah, you both made great sacrifices to be on this, so we do appreciate it. I think it was a good one.
It has been a pleasure.
Great.
So thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube, and a bunch of other places. Why don't you stick around for the next episode, because we'll be playing Cuphead.
And we've got a guest that we've got lined up for Cuphead as well. Actually, maybe more than one guest. Secret guests. We'll keep them secret in case things don't work out.
Right.
Yeah, that's how we roll.
Let's see. Do you want to be like Link did and send us a bunch of shit to eat? In place of our regular intros, we appreciate that. You can send that to TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
I'm glad you brought up the P.O. Box because I do want to. I know on our last episode where we got the Donkey Kong, the Donkey Kongas. Mm-hmm. I still don't know how to say that. Those were sent in by Blumpkin Bear.
Okay.
And I do believe that some of the hot sauce was sent by Kira and Bunny, who sent us the drinking horns, which my drinking horn is, I forgot to take it home with me after last recording. This is going to make an appearance on a Twitch stream in the very near future.
Perfect. See, we've got an Instagram, TADPOG_podcast. There's our Facebook group, facebook.com/TADPOG. And if you like, the real fucked up shit, you come join the TADPOG Nation.
Yeah, please do. It's worth it. there are other things in Tadpog Nation, like the Secret Santa, which, I mean, if you haven't got in on that already, you're kind of out of luck, but...
You can get in for next year.
That's right. There's a cool, Sean, Blumpkin Bear, Sean made a cool post where everybody can post what they receive for Secret Santa in there. And there's also the Smash Brothers Ultimate Tournament that Brandon Cates is running. So if you want to get in on that, check out Tadpog Nation on Facebook.
What else we got? Patreon.
Yeah, we do have a Patreon. Patreon.com/Tadpog. If you enjoyed this, feel free to donate. We have got some bonus content that we need to do, but I do have some people who I need to thank in the meantime. All right, here we go. First person I want to thank is Exalted Lord Mike of Purdue, the one and only who drove me to the Experience Grind stream, who upped his donation riding that penny train. Thank you, Micah, for your 1 penny increase. And I'd also like to thank a new donor, Mr. Ambig. Yeah, no, I love it. For a sizable pledge. So, Mr. Ambig, we really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoy the.
It's Mike Lanham's penis.
Yeah, there's just 2 separate accounts. Yeah, as everything. It's like a two key factor authentication kind of deal. So yeah, thank you guys. Definitely appreciate that.
Let's see, our theme song is Moves by Sycamore Drive. Find a link to that track in the show notes, along with the links to other shit on TADPOG.com. Oh, we have shirts.
Shirts. Yeah, shirts.tadpog.com. You can find our shirts there.
Got that Dave-style chicken shirt selling.
Yeah, I mean, we sold a few. We sold a couple of those.
How do you guys want to close this out?
I was actually thinking, your favorite Fallout companion over like all of the Fallouts.
Okay, I can do that.
All right.
Are we good with that? Ross, are you good with that?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So until next time.
I thought we were all going to be barking.
Nope, I was Fox.
I thought it would all be dog meat.
Yeah.
EDE, bros.
Yeah.
I was that invincible fox from Fallout 3.
RCAJ was very like, who is this? Why won't he follow me? I just recruited him and he was awesome. Where's he going? What's your karma? Oh, you're very evil.
Yeah.
Fox is not going to work
don't
with
like
you.
it.
I enjoyed that.
I think it was worth the drive.
Good.
Yeah.
Oh, I was going to make a great joke about how you drove 6 hours to be disappointed by recording with us. Oops, forgot to drop that one.
Too late.
Yeah. Stinger, maybe.
Are we still recording? Are we still?
We are, but we're past the actual production mark. Why are you gonna lay some secret business down on us?
Yeah.
Am I?
Then I will stop recording.
No. Please do carry on. When you hear a voice enough, you start to build a picture of what you think this person looks like, despite the fact you've never seen what they look like in your life.
Unfortunately, yes.
So I imagine I'm 7 feet tall, muscle bound. Yeah.
Ross Geller, yes.
So Josh in particular.
Oh, thank God, I dodged a bullet. Shoot.
Josh Nance or Josh Edwards?
Nance. One half of Tadpog Sweetheart. He always, when he was on the shows, I would always picture him as Neil from The Young Ones. And you guys are never going to have seen The Young Ones.
I get that
because of,
reference because of my boss. I've watched a couple episodes of The Young Ones.
Yeah, 1980s, Rick Mayall, Adrian Edmondson. Neil was the hippie character, so really tall, really gangly, really long hair. That is Josh, and I've seen pictures of Josh, and I refuse to believe that is what Josh looks like.
I can only name one other character from that show, and that is Vivian?
Vivian, Adrian Edmondson.
And I believe that is a long time ago we were talking about a British name that is only a girl's name here, and I think that was it. Because Vivian, as a boy's name here, is unheard of.
I don't think I've ever heard a boy use the name Vivian. I've met a Lindsay. He was a big guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't. You wouldn't bring it up to
It's
his face.
like a boy named Sue situation.
Yeah, definitely a boy named Sue
Well,
situation.
my father-in-law's middle name is Vivian.
Ah,
Charles Vivian.
what was he? What was the middle name? Like, where did it come from?
I don't know.
Yeah, curious if it was like
I think it's a family
aunt's
name.
name or something like that.
And then I know Lindsay is also the name of the badass in Angel. So
Ah,
yeah.
Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah.